Hello, YouTubers. My name is MJ, and I'm a tarot card reader. Please like and subscribe with notifications so you don't miss my next videos, and follow me on all of my social media sites listed below. Today I'm asking for a little bit of extra financial assistance because we are currently living in a campsite due to our unemployment being cut in half and our specific job not being back up and running yet. Not quite, not yet, but it should be soon. And I love the woods and these pines. It's beautiful, but in fact it's an excellent way to stay grounded and really connect with the source. But after the last couple weeks of camping and living this way, I'm just craving a bed to sleep in for even one night. A break from the elements would be wonderful, and the insects and sun and stuff. So please help us out and share some of that good stuff, that one love. I'm kind of begging you. I just want to get really clean. Please. We're desperate here. Alright, so today's reading is a pick a card style, and I have 3 piles. So the first pile is tree AGATE, this beautiful stone. Here, the second pile is a moonstone. All of these are charged with the moonlight. And the third pile is Ganesh. And I've been carrying this one for a little while around with me. I actually just got it at a cute little Chinese restaurant. It was only a few bucks, but it's supposed to bring good luck and fortune. Not so much since I got it, but it's part of life, and so things, they come around. So really just focus your mind. Go inside here, take a minute to really choose which pile is best for you. Tree AGATE, a moonstone. It's actually a variegated type, but it's a solid. And then we have this Ganesh for good luck and fortune. Decide which pile is right for you, and I'll put that down in I'll timestamp it in the description below for your convenience. I'm gonna set these over here on their pile. Okay. So for pile number 1, put this down so it doesn't blow away. I did 6 cards at the top, and then in a triangle style I brought the other cards down, and I did 5 with the next deck and 4 with the last deck. Okay, so card number 1 is the 5 of Swords here. And so this card is a warning, and it's going to remind you of the power of your words and actions. Okay, next we got whoopsie, I have my pile backwards. I'm going to lay them all down, actually, because they go in a progression, and I won't be able to follow it if I don't do it that way. Could be just a minute here. Seven of Swords. And there's 2 of Cups. The Sun. Reversed. And 3 Pentacles. Be back on track. So, 3 of Swords. Reversed. the Hermit, Justice, Queen of Wands, reversed, and the Ten of Wands came next. That's in the Luminous Spirit deck. And then we have Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, Abundance. We have Princess of Discs, and number 11, the Trump cards last. Okay, so let's move along to the second card here. At the top. This is the Nine of Cups reversed, and it's showing a loss of faith. It's showing feeling somewhat hopeless and sad. For those of you who chose pile number 1. I'm going to work a little backwards here and link them together. This Three of Cups was to shine some light on that, and this one also came in reverse. So this one's talking about moving on instead of festering. Followed by this Seven of Cups. Debauch. So this card talks about delusion and some promises being left unfulfilled. Okay, then after that reverse Nine of Cups came the Hermit. And this one's telling us that we must disconnect from those who don't have the same voice as us. This Three of Cups is about abundance here. And this is about sensuality and passive success. It's talking about love. The Two of Cups is all about domestic bliss. It's about cohabitation. And what your soul really needs is healing. So you need to find yourself in another. Justice shows that you don't really care about the status of others or of another. You'd actually rather have something true. Princess of Discs down here, it's talking about being wasteful or at war with your essential dignity. Okay, then the next card was the Seven of Swords in reverse. So here this one says that you may be in need of making a new plan and acting quickly. Next came the Queen of Wands in reverse. This card, when it's reversed, means that you may be lacking the inner strength you need, and you kind of think that you would be selfish if you did what you really wanted. Because lust is what follows that here. This is the number 11. And this card says that you do have the power to control this life force, whatever that means for you specifically. All right, the Sun in reverse came next. And it means that you've made plans before, but they were destroyed. This one was followed by the Ten of Wands. And this one says that you've got that spark of willpower that you need. So there's much more work to be done, but this Three of Pentacles is telling you that you need to just go ahead and do it. You must do it and build something important. It says to get creative and collaborate, make it happen. Okay, so that was pile number 1. And I just went very brief with these so that you can pull it together how it makes sense in your life right now. Today is August 23rd in 2020, but this reading is timeless. So whenever it finds you, you're meant to hear it. Let's move along to pile number 2. Close that one down. Okay. It's a little different. Hello, pile number 2. I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading. First, I'm just going to lay all these cards down. First, so I need to flip my pile. Strength. We got Judgment. We got 7 of Pentacles. And we got the 4 of Swords for our top pile. With that deck, which is the main message. This reading's for those of you who picked this moonstone. Okay. King of Cups. 7 of Wands. Ace of Swords. 6 of Wands. And the Emperor in reverse. The Hermit. Five of Cups. Number 2, the Priestess. And the Sun. This is what I got for you, pile 2. Okay, so this 7 of Swords, it's the peace of mind of knowing what you want and not doubting yourself. The Emperor, when it's reversed here in this deck, is saying only you can't, because you're afraid to be like to let go and lose yourself and just do it. The Sun's what comes following this one. I'm feeling here is the glory and gain or riches. It's sort of too important to you. The Cups. What the 7 of Pentacles was saying is that you've already had some early manifestation, so right now you're trying to figure out how you're going to reinvest it. 6 of Wands means that you got that early manifestation from hard work and dedication, and you really want to like ensure or assure your position. Keep it, because this tool, the trump cards, the Priestess, it's saying that you need to like temper your exuberance to like ensure this, like I was talking about, and you want to keep the balance on the side of increase. Judgment came next, and this one says you've been exposed to some new realities and it's changed your attitude recently, yeah? And then the Ace of Swords is telling me that this made you see things more clearly. And these new truths, they brought you some mental clarity. This Five of Cups here talks about some disappointment and like fear of betrayal, misfortune. Right, then came strength. And this strength card means that you're not willing to give up, or like you want to keep your moral character and self-control because you know you need to. And you want to use this, like that new intelligence from before, more wisely now because you can. Okay, so Seven of Wands tells you to stand your ground and protect yourself because this has only just begun. And the Hermit down here means that you've got the inspiration and the wisdom within you, because these Four of Cups in reverse means that until you can finalize this endeavor or really get it going, your emotions are going to be a little bit unstable. But once it's underway, the King of Cups will bring the balance to balance the many needs of others. The people around you is what I feel. So that way you can keep your dignity and take care of them, which is why you weren't really willing to give up some of that moral character before. The final card for this moonstone, pile number 2, ended up being the High Priestess, and this one's in reverse. So you know the answers lie deep within you, and right now you're just searching to uncover them. Mention here, I left this very broad, and I chose the meanings that were important to me so that you can apply it to your own life situation. In 2020, August 23rd is the day that I'm doing this reading, but this is a timeless reading, so whenever it finds you is when you were meant to hear these words. Cosmos are awesome like that. Okay, I close out this pile and move on to pile number 3. Thanks for watching pile 2. Okay. And this is our OneLOVE By for pile 3. If you chose Ganesh, pretty cool little elephant, and it's supposed to bring good luck. Okay. Hanged Man in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. The Ace of Swords. The King of Swords reversed. Page of Cups. And finally, on the top tier, we got the Lovers reversed. Next came Three of Wands. Let's shine some light on this. Eight of Swords. We got Four of Swords. Knight of Wands. And Knight of Swords. To conclude each of these as they taper down came the Princess of Wands goes here. And then the Ace of Wands. The Wands, no? Ace of Cups. And lastly, the Prince of Discs. That's not the correct order, so I'm going to fix it here. For camping. It's hard to keep stuff from blowing away out here in nature. And it's great, but I think I've had enough camping for a while, for the year, which I just want to get back to work. Just can't afford a house. Okay, so the Hanged Man in reverse talks about some stasis and this is long term. This has been sort of long term for you. And even though you have a new understanding of the world, this second card here, this Three of Wands, means that like you're having trouble releasing your hesitation. You're thinking about venturing forward, but not actually doing it yet. Because this Princess of Wands talks about being very enthusiastic or even theatrical. And energetically, you're charged and ready, but the Hermit came in reverse to follow this. And so you're not sure if you really trust yourself. You need to just quiet down and listen, like we're doing out here in the woods. Just focus on the sounds and go within. Because this Eight of Swords says, do some meditation and just sit with it. And your fear has been blocking you from taking action and really seeing some of the solutions to make it happen. The Prince of Discs means that you have the ability to manifest this because of being a steadfast worker and very competent. All right. Ace of Swords is what follows. And this just means you've nailed it. You have the brilliant idea within your mind. And it talks about watching, but you have the words. And that way with words to be victorious. Four of Swords says that after a moment's pause, like we were talking about before, or a retreat, really some taking care of yourself, that you're going to emerge with a new glimmer of hope. And you will have been somewhat healed. Talks about renewal. Okay, then this Ace of Wands here, this says that you have the energy, that fire and strength and natural force behind you to work with. King of Swords in reverse, it's just saying that you need to get a handle on all of it and get a good grasp on the truth of this situation first before you really take control. And the Knight of Wands in reverse, it warns you. It says, don't be rash. Don't be impulsive. Don't get carried away, or it might not work out. This Ace of Cups, though, talks about fertility and productivity. So this is beauty and happiness. This is pleasure. However, that fits in with whatever it is that you're questioning internally. All right, because this Page of Cups here is about using your imagination and really letting yourself get carried away by its wonder. Like, let go and let your mind become open, more open. Because this Knight of Swords is a frenzy of activity with clear focus. Sometimes it's when we lose our focus that we become focused. And this card, though, talks about using your head instead of your heart, and that's what you're going to figure out. in some cases that's important, and by doing this with whatever it is for you right now, you can make more like logical decisions, and that's what's necessary here. Okay, so the Lovers in Reverse was the final card. And this one's about forcing a love where it doesn't belong. So it's pretty much just, you know, really reinforcing what that last card said. So, I mean, you're trying to do it with love, and it's telling you that sometimes you can't use your heart, and you need to use your head. But you gotta find your head first, because you gotta really let go to get a clear focus. All right, pile 3. I'm not gonna lie to you, you're my favorite pile. It's just this message fits me the most right now. So please help us out. And if you're interested in a personalized reading, my email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. I would feel honored to give you one. Stay grateful, stay thankful, and we will all be blessed collectively. Hopefully, next time you hear from me, I won't be so exhausted from sleeping on the hard, uncomfortable ground. We're back here in the pines, but there's a lot of other campers, and they're super loud, and it's cool and all, but we need some shelter. And it even seems like it's going to rain, but that might not be bad. Sometimes that's good when you're camping. All right, love you guys. Namaste. From me, MJ, your Atlas to Life.